What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Alex. I had to put some eye drops in my eyes because they were out. It's boring, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna bullshit you, men and women. Good morning, by the way. Good morning. I mean, it's boring. I mean, well, I do have some YouTube videos for you people today. This one's early in the morning, and then I'm probably gonna have another video maybe 4 or 5 hours from now. But it'll be on my sports channel where it's going to be called the top 20 best professional football players of all times. And I'll probably put greatest on there. This one, however, is another video that I came up with. I was sleeping, and the Most High gave me an idea for today's video. This one is for black women, okay? So, sexy white women, I got a video for y'all that's going to be called Sex Game, called the 12 or 13 greatest Hollywood actresses of all time. So I got one for white women. I got one for the sexy Mexican women, the sexy mamacitas. But today, first, is black women. As you do know, a lot of black women do not get promoted on YouTube. A lot of black women are angry and frustrated that no black man, like myself, goes on YouTube and talks about the beauty, the sexuality of black women. You know, Ringo TV Raw is just one black man on YouTube that's from New York City that love him some black women. If you watch Ringo TV Raw 85 to 90% of the time on YouTube, all he talks about is black women. You know, you don't see Ringo TV Raw talking about no white women, no Mexican women, no Asian women, just 100% black women. O'Shea Do Jackson, he likes him some black women. But then again, all the new videos that he's been making the past 8 weeks, but bashes black women. My videos is to try to put black women in a strong and positive light. Now, have I talked about black women in the past in a bad light? Yes, I have. See, a real man can actually come on camera and talk about when he made mistakes, when he done something wrong. Other guys, they'll never admit it, they'll never acknowledge it. I'm not afraid to come on camera and say I have my good days, I have my bad days. Translation, I have my days when I'm at my best, and I have some days where I fuck up. And I'll be told by my uncle, oh, you should have never made that into a video, you fucked up. So I'm not afraid to come on camera and be a real man and speak with strong conviction. So this video right here is for black women. So it don't matter if you're young, old, it's for black women. So when you see the title of the video, don't be dumbing down the damn video because it says black in it. This video is for black women. This is a video that is long overdue. You guys don't know what it feels like to walk up the street and down the street and have black women look at you what they look like. Mother, where's that video at? Mother, you said you was going to make that video. Some of the black women like some of my videos, but they want a video that's for black women. Not white women, not Mexican women, just black. So today's video is just for black women. White women don't take it personal. White women be like, cool, do your thing. Mexican women be like, cool, do your thing. So thumbs up for black women. So it's for black women, okay? It don't matter if you got tattoos or if you ain't got no tattoos. It don't matter if you're high class, middle class, low class. It's for black women, okay? We put black women in one class. So now you ain't got to worry about, is the video for high class women, middle class. It's one class. That's what I do, one class. So consider this an honor for me to make a video about black women and just about black women. So today's video is just for black women. Nobody get angry. No one take it personal. You know, when I say don't be rolling the eyes or getting mad at me, don't. Because if I make the video for you, you should be happy because I know some black YouTubers on the internet that don't even make videos for black women. And black women terrorize those guys. And those guys be complaining in the videos. I make them because I'm a content creator. I talk about everything. I talk about every person. And this is my favorite list of Hollywood actresses that are black. So we're going to do them out of order because it makes the video more fun, more exciting, more challenging, more interesting, fresh new content. We kicking ass, we taking names in 2020. And we're going to start this video off with black women. We're going to kick ass and take names with black women. So the name of this YouTube video is called the Top 16 Sexiest Black Women in Hollywood. That's 16 women. So this video might last 30 to 35 minutes, might last 40 minutes. You see we're inside the house. In the house. The next video will probably be outside the house, but that'll be my sports channel. So let's get on this list, shall we? Coming in at number 16 is Gurira. Can't even pronounce her name, but her name is Gurira Bazila. She got one of them unique names. Basically, to sum it up, this actress has been in television. She's been in film. I guess we are going to be filming outside because my dad popped back up, conveniently. So I apologize for that. Sometimes when I do a video in the house, I never get the opportunity. So we just got to take it outside, improvise. It sucks, got to do it. But he'll be going to church in about another half an hour, and we'll be back in the house making another video where we'll actually stay in the house a lot longer. Alright, so like I was basically saying, she's a television actress. She does television, she does film, she does singing, she does modeling. And if you've seen that television show in the 1990s called The Jamie Foxx Show, that's where she truly shined, late 80s, early 90s. And she played Fancy on The Jamie Foxx Show for like 5 seasons. And she's a very physically, sexually attractive black woman that's mixed with 3 different nationalities. And she's been in Hollywood for about 2.5 decades. If you've seen that movie, the very first Spider-Man Homecoming, she actually played the mother of the black girl that actually had a crush on Peter. She was in that movie, and that's not the only movie she's been in. She's been in other movies besides Spider-Man, but I'm saying if you ain't never seen the Jamie Foxx Show, that's why I'm saying Spider-Man. Like, this woman is mixed, and she got such a unique name, it is hard to pronounce her name. So I apologize to the actress because she has a unique name. Like I had no idea that her name was that. Like, that people always called her Fancy in real life because they couldn't pronounce her real name. And I always asked my mom, back when my mom was alive, how come people keep calling her Fancy from the Jamie Foxx Show? And my mom told me because she has a hard name to pronounce. Like, her first name and last name is so unique that she's Haitian. So nobody really can quite memorize her name properly, so they give her nickname Fancy from the Jamie Foxx Show because they remember her from the Jamie Foxx Show. And I actually got to meet her and spoke to her once. This was like 2 years ago when I was at the Grove as a security guard. She came into our store, and that same day I got a haircut, and she smiled at me because apparently she must have liked what she saw. And people was looking at me like, why is that girl smiling? I said, that's an actress. Like, a lot of people that worked at the store didn't even know who that was. I said, have y'all not seen Spider-Man Homecoming? Yeah, I seen Spider-Man. I said, remember the actress that was talking to Peter Parker in the movie? I said, yes, that's the actress right there. Like, it wasn't until another black girl that I work with, whose name I can't tell you on camera, because when these videos go viral, and they do, she might run across 1 or 2 of my videos. She might go, oh, so you in here talking, huh, Alexandra? I can't tell you what her name is, because she thinks she's Gabrielle Union. And I told her I was going to make my experiences at the store, at Top Shop Top Man, into a movie. And she told me, if you make the movie, I better be playing Gabrielle Union. So she might watch this video and be like, oh, you in there talking, huh? So yeah, we can't tell you no names. It's to protect the privacy and the identity of that person. Coming in at number 15, this is my dad's all-time favorite, Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks was very physically, sexually attractive, and still is. For a woman that's in her mid-40s, nice long legs, nice firm body, great athletic shape. She's popped up on Sports Illustrated not once, but twice. And to actually be called in the 1990s to pop up on that magazine cover, that's like a crowning achievement. Because before then, they would never put women on Sports Illustrated. And when they did it with Tyra Banks, you know how many men went to the store that day and actually bought that magazine with her on the front cover? Like, I actually got in trouble because my dad had bought one, and I went into the room and snuck in the room and took it to go read it because it had Tyra Banks on the front cover, and my mom had to take the magazine from me. Strange and ironic that 14 years later, I actually met a music producer that was friends with Tyra Banks' dad in Inglewood. And we pull up in the driveway, and my best friend look at me and say, "That's Tyra Banks' car." Which, again, that's 100% confirmation and confidential. I cannot tell you any more information because I can still get into trouble. Just because the music producer's not in Los Angeles, California, and that don't mean he don't have family members that still live in LA, I can still get in trouble. Like, he passed away, 10 years ago because he had cancer. But back when he was alive, his best friend played racquetball because that was his favorite sport. And he looked at me and said, "You don't know who that is?" And I said, "No," because he took me to meet someone. And I was confused because the guy, told me he plays racquetball. He did some martial arts back in the day. And he looked at me and said, "That's Tyra Banks' dad you speaking to." And I was blown away because I was watching the Tyra Banks show. Like, I literally would watch the Tyra Banks show just because I had a big ass crush on Tyra Banks. Even when she did American Top Model, I wasn't watching the models. I was watching Tyra Banks. I mean, come on, the woman's 6 feet tall. What man don't have a crush on a black woman that's athletic, with a nice athletic body, with curves, that's 6 feet tall? And she popped up in movies, television shows. Every time she popped up in that one episode of French Prince of Bel-Air, some people always, in the back of their mind, some people say Will Smith could have dated her, which he could have. And she dated film director John Singleton, which it's no secret that's high profile. But that was in the height of her career. Everybody remembers her movies, especially that one where she's a Barbie doll that comes to life. That's when she had her acting debut. So she did movies, television, modeling, her own television shows, and she even did a music video. So she's multi-talented, and she looks good for her age. Like, today, like, if you look at black girls today and you look at black girls back then, there are only a few women who can age like Tyra Banks and still get hit on by guys in their 20s and 30s. She's still being asked out to lunch and dinner. Guys still are asking her out. And that's one of my dad's crushes, because my dad talked about Tyra Banks like 4 days ago when she popped up on that Sports Illustrated cover. I'm sure a lot of y'all remember that cover. Coming in at number 14 is Cardi B. Now, some of y'all probably might be like, why is she on the list? I mean, she do have a erotic look to her. Like, most women just look like regular. She has an erotic look. Like, you can tell she's not from the United States, but she's still black. Like, she might be partially black, but she has black in her. If you look at her face and her features, men find her physically, sexually attractive. Now, you can talk about her rap music, but guys be in there like, damn, she fine. And when I first saw her in a video, I kind of went like, that's funny, she's dressing up like Princess Jasmine. So we know she's mixed, but guys still find her attractive. I mean, yeah, they find her attractive. And that's probably why people be watching the music videos. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't watch the music videos to hear her rap. I just watch the videos because she got a light skin complexion and she's erotic. There's something about her that make you go, man, she fine as hell. But whatever you do, guys, don't be saying I like Cardi B in front of your girlfriend, because your girlfriend might get the baseball bat and pop you upside your head. I'm just telling you guys. All right, coming in at number 13 is tennis legend Venus Williams. Another black woman that's 6 feet tall, 6'1". This woman has won multiple championships. She's won singles, grand slams, and she is very physically, sexually attractive. She's another black woman who has aged very well. And she also gets asked out to lunch and dinner by a lot of men. And she's older. And you know who dated her in the beginning of their professional basketball career? The greatest basketball player to ever play the game of basketball, Kobe Bryant. Think about it. There's got to be something attractive about Venus Williams for Kobe Bryant to date her. Like, and then have a relationship. Yeah. And that's before he got with his wife. So, Yeah, there's got to be there got to be something attractive about her. You know, they asked Kobe Bryant back when he played basketball, you know, what was it about Venus you liked? He said he just liked the fact that she was, you know, athletic. You know, I never watched tennis before, and I saw her play tennis, and I started watching ever since. So there has to be a reason for it. Coming in at number 12 is Paula Patton. Once again, that's another name that's probably French. Now, this black woman is mixed with some French and black. You've seen all her movies. Jumping the Broom, Mission Impossible 4, Ghost Protocol, Precious. If you don't watch any of her other movies, all you gotta do is just say the word Precious. She's in that movie. This woman can act, okay? You can put this woman in movies, television, theater. This woman can act. They even had her play a character based on a true story where she had to actually sing. And she can play characters. I mean, she looked good for her age. Like, when you look at her, you can see why a lot of guys think she hot. Like, when I saw Two Guns with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg, I was crushing on her. And someone said, you know she like 36, right? And I like, she don't look 36. Like, she looks good for her age. Like, she aged very well. Like, when they say she mixed, you can tell she's mixed. And she looks good. You know, stays in athletic shape, you know. And for someone like this to be on the list is because she looked good. And I'm going to let you on a little secret. I actually met a black girl at Los Angeles City College that actually reminded me of her. Like, literally, the hairstyle that she had, you know, the way she speaks multiple languages. Like, when you watch Jumping the Broom, the language that you see her speak in the movie, she actually speaks that in real life. You can just tell that she actually might have some French in her. And she was in the movie with Angela Bassett, so that's probably why I like the movie. Every time it comes on, I always watch it. And that's like one of my crushes. Coming in at number 11 is Regina Hall. Now, she's been in the Hollywood game for like 3 decades. Like, this woman has appeared in both movies and television. Best Man Holiday. She did a movie 2 years ago where some lunatic kidnapped her kid and she had to fight to get her kid back. She's been in a lot of movies. And she also can do comedy. You know, that's the funny thing. She can play serious, dramatic characters, and then she can turn around and do comedy, romantic comedies, action thrillers, romance. She can do them. And I'm amazed that people have not looked at her as attractive. Like, that's an attractive black woman. Like, I remember when they did thinking like a act like a man but think like a woman part 1 and part 2. She appeared in those movies too. Like, almost every black woman you can think of has appeared in those movies. I mean, you can't go wrong with those movies. And to me, she was actually funny. And you want to know what else is funny? She reminds me of my cousin. Like, she literally reminds me of my cousin on my mom's side of the family. Both of them smile, and when they get mad, then they say something that's hilariously funny. And they both drive fast as hell. Like, when you watch Regina Hall drive a car, she reminds me of my cousin. So that's probably why she's on the list. Alright, coming in at number 10 is SanAA Lathan. I almost said her name 100% perfect. Now, this is another actress that was in both The Best Man and The Best Man Holiday. And those are just 2 movies. What I like about her is that she proved critics wrong. When she got cast to be in Aliens vs. Predator, she basically speaks very vocal. She's not afraid to talk to the director and the producers on what's her mind. Even if they say, we don't want you to speak on what's your mind, she's very vocal. Here's another secret for you people. My mom had a best friend that actually went to the same gym as this actress. And she is very good and talented. She popped up on TV shows like Nick Tuck. If you ain't never seen Nick Tuck, I don't want to spoil it for you. She was on there for a season. She's been in a lot of movies that you don't think she'll get in. Like that movie called The Perfect Guy, right? That was actually a pretty good movie. And the movie did pretty good at the box office. It was that very good of a movie. And she showed that she can get physical, get in there and kick ass, fight. She showed that she can still hang in the game. Coming in at number 9 is Carcino's favorite. I actually met this actress 2 years ago at the Grove as a security guard too, Nia Long. This woman's in her 50s. And this woman still is physically, sexually attractive. This woman eats her fruits and vegetables. She drinks a lot of water. She goes to the gym. She watches what she eats. She watches what she drinks. And when you see her, there's like a glow in her face. Like, she could just be smiling and you see the globe. And this woman's got body. I mean, this woman's got ass. I mean, I remember one time I was in the store, right? And I didn't even pay attention to her purchase because I was listening on the radio and it was telling me, okay, be prepared, the actress is coming in. And she came in, and tell you the truth, I actually seen her more than once. I actually seen her twice. So I seen her, and she basically is a nice person. You I didn't go, oh, I saw you in your favorite movies. I've seen all her movies. That's the first time I ever had an actress that I like. I seen all her movies. Like, How to Be a Player, that was like the most funniest movie because the scene where she broke the door off the hinges and she said, how do you don't even know me? And that's just one movie. She even appeared on the television show All of Us. Yes, she was on that television show where she would converse back and forth with Lisa Ray. That was actually funny. So she can play serious characters, comedian characters. I mean, and then she did this one song. Like, I didn't even know her ass could sing and dance. Like, when she did that song called Don't You Wish You Had a Girl Like Me, I didn't even know that she could sing and dance. I didn't even know she even can do that. And she did the songs and the dance better than the rap group who stole her song and her dance. And you know which music group I'm talking about. I mean, Carcino has a crush on her because Carcino actually spoke to her 2 times on his YouTube channel when he does live podcasts. I've met her twice, spoke to her twice. And I remember one time most of the women at my job were jealous because this woman was in her 50s and she was getting the most attention from guys. Guys would stop talking to the girls that's in their 20s and 30s and they started speaking to her. And when they found out that she was in her 50s, they was like, you don't look 50. And she started smiling, and there goes that glow. So, yeah. It's nice to have an actress that you watch their whole career, and then you meet them twice, and then you speak to them twice. The good times at the Grove as a security guard. The good times at the Grove. Coming in at number 8 is Serena Williams. Another tennis legend who's won by far the most Grand Slams and single championships. She's been playing tennis for 2 decades. And what I like about Serena Williams is she reminds me of Wonder Woman from the comic books. She's strong, she's big, she's powerful, she kick ass. She got that scream that they banned from the tennis. And basically she's from Compton. And the fact that she could just win. And she's still playing tennis. Now, she been in movies, she been in television shows, and you know what most men gonna say? Oh, you just like Serena Williams because she got a big butt. Well, guilty as charged. What I told you before in the past, I'm an ass man. So come on, give me a break. I'm human. All right, coming in at number 7, lucky number 7 is Halle Berry. This is another actress I wish I had met in person. It probably would have happened had I stayed at the Grove for another 3 or 4 years. It probably would have happened. I watched all her movies. She started off doing beauty pageants, and then she made her way into television, then she made her way into film. I've seen all her movies. I like all her movies. Even though Catwoman wasn't that good of a movie, I still watched it because I like Halle Berry. Swordfish with John Travolta and Hugh Jackman. I watched Swordfish. There's Monster Ball. I watched that. There's another movie that was based off a true story in a book, Eyes Watching Me or Eyes Watching God. I can't remember the name of it, but that was a movie that was on Channel 7. That was produced by Oprah Winfrey. I watched that movie. I watched all of Halle Berry's movies. What impressed me about Halle is the fact that she could be in her 50s, still physically sexually attractive, and still do action-packed movies. Like other women, by the time they get to her age, they decide I want to produce, I want to direct. She go, I want to kick ass. Like, did you not see her in John Wick 3? Like, I was surprised that she would show up in John Wick 3. See, and it's because of the X-Men movies. When I found out she played Storm, I'm watching X-Men. X-Men 2, X-Men 3, X-Men Future Days Past, John Wick 3. Oh, I'm watching these movies. They got Halle Berry in it. That's like a personal crush. Every man has a crush. Mine's is Halle Berry. Coming in at number 6 is Angela Bassett. Why? Because this is a real actress. And it's a shame that she's been in Hollywood for like 3+ decades and still have not won an Oscar. I mean, do you know how difficult it is to be in Hollywood, kick ass, take names, appear in all these movies, have these breakout performances, and stay in athletic shape? She's another black woman that looks good for her age. And same thing, she gets hit on by a lot of men that's in their 20s and 30s, and they get blown away when they find out she's in her 50s. And well, as it kept close, she actually do remind me of my mom. I mean, the speeches, those motivational speeches that all her characters have in the movie. Let's not forget that movie, Waiting to Exhale. That was a good movie. I know women love it, men hate it, but the acting performance was great, okay? How Stella got her groove back? Come on. Her and Whoopi Goldberg? Come on. Now, I know that originated with black women. Black men like, man, what the hell are you talking about? Coming in at number 5 is, and please, I apologize for these names, Dami Gurira. It's an African name. It's hard to pronounce. But if you've seen the movie The Black Panther, you should know who she is. She basically is the bodyguard that you saw in Captain America Civil War. And you also saw her in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and you also saw her on a television show, perhaps you've heard of it, The Walking Dead. A black woman with a samurai sword. You know, I had never seen that before in television history. And one of the main reasons that got me watch the TV show for 7 seasons is that she had a badass samurai sword. I was like, oh my God, a black woman with a samurai sword. I mean, that's why I watch it, because of her. And her acting ability to play any character is incredible. Like when she did the Black Panther, she actually looked it good with her hair cut short. Like she literally looked it good. And her acting ability was great. So, not very good. Alright, coming in at number 4 is another girl. So, I apologize to the actress. Letitia Wright. Now, that's another actress in the movie Black Panther. She basically was the love interest of Cecilia in the movie Black Panther. There was some controversial with that movie because they actually had a girl that was light-skinned that was supposed to play the love actress, and she dropped out, and this actress popped in. She looks pretty good for her age. She's young, she's attractive, she's going to be in future movies, and who knows what might actually happen when we get to it. My bad, I think that might be the little sister, but she's going to be in the movies. Alright, coming in at number 3 is the girl that I was just talking about. And she's also African too, and her name is hard to pronounce. So you guys gotta give me a break here, because it's kinda hard to pronounce these names. So please don't pick on me too hard. When you put a list together and you get these names and you're not familiar with the names, how they spell, how they sound, so I apologize. Please don't get on me. Her name is Lupita Nlyongo. That's African, the last time I've checked. And she also was in the movie. They had like at least 5 black women in this Black Panther movie. And she also played one of the bodyguards. Because you had a love interest play a bodyguard. You actually had the sister. And then you had like a whole bunch of women in this movie. And she has this look, this charm. For a black girl that's dark skinned, she has this charm and a glow. So when people be saying dark-skinned black women ain't physically sexually attractive, then how come a lot of these guys at the movie theater was swooming and cheering when they saw her on the big screen? So there has to be something good looking about her for her to be high on this list. All right, coming in at number 2 is the daughter of Lemmy Kravitz, Zoe Kravitz. You can tell this girl just looked fine. I mean, from the day she was birthed, she just fine. I mean, she's been in television and film. She's a model. She's done music. And we saw her in the movie Diversion 1 and 2. And we also saw her in X-Men First Class. And we're going to see some more of her in the new movie Batman, The Batman, as Catwoman. That's going to be very interesting to see the chemistry between her and Robert Pattinson. What I like about her is that she's not just another version of her dad. Like she said herself, she's her own individual. She does her own thing. She does more television and film, modeling, than she does the music. So you see her do songs together with her dad than she does songs by herself. And the fact that she's getting another shot to be in a big blockbuster movie shows that studios has a lot of motivation and confidence in her. She looks good for her age. She's in her 30s. You know, I would probably take her out to lunch and dinner. So, I mean, she looks good. I mean, I'm just telling you. Now, coming in at number 1. Now, this is like one of my newest crushes. You've seen the perfume commercial. Zendaya. Now, Zendaya is someone who has gotten to the top for obvious reasons. She's an actress. She does television, she does film, she does singing, she does modeling. She pops up in commercials. But she also appeared in Spider-Man Homecoming. I mean, and the fact that they made her play a nerd and she pulled it off, it was incredible. And then to have her in the second Spider-Man film, where she actually had a bigger role than the first film, and for her to show her range as an actress is incredible. The fact that she could play these characters and do them with great gesture. Now, it's unfortunate and it's a shame that the studios ain't going to bring her back for a third Spider-Man film. I mean, she's good in the role. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean, she's been in 2 movies. Why not have her in all 3 Spider-Man films? But I'm not an executive producer. I don't make the executive decisions. I'm no one to listen to, obviously. But, I mean, come on. If you put her in the first movie and the second movie, she might as well have been in the third. You know, finish it off with her being in all 3 movies before you give her character a proper send-off. But I do think her career is just getting started. She's in the prime of her career. She is going to be in more future movies. You know, who knows? She might appear in a new Marvel movie. They might make her a female Marvel superhero. We don't know what they have plans with her. But her career is as bright as a star. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I could see her play some other characters, some serious movies. They have other movie franchises that they can reboot. Like X-Men, you can literally reboot X-Men, and she can become the next version of Storm. Which some people might say, how come Alexandra Shipp